don't know why I'm pausing. Hello, everyone, and welcome. What are you doing? What were you singing?
What have we been singing the entire day?
I'm a sucker for you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sir Brady podcast, the only podcast ever to exist on the internet. I am your host, Parrish Renelson, also known as Sir Brady, and with me, as always, is my co-host with the most amount of boast, Kahan Man.
Okay, yeah, that's a new one.
There we go. You gotta mix it up every on occasion. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. It's been a few weeks. We didn't intentionally take a break. Time escaped us. I was back at uni. Laziness. Yeah. I don't need to excuse it. That's fine. We're back. It's good.
Yeah.
We can just get right into it. We're going to talk about some trailers starting off. That's usually how we start.
Yeah.
We start with some trailers, unless there's a really big bit of news, which I don't think there is this week.
No, not really.
There wasn't. I think there's a
Aquaman release dates
for 2. Yeah, that's true. There
2021.
Yeah.
I freaked the hell out. I was like, 2021. It's so long away.
But then you realized,
and then I realized next year it's 2020.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Because even like I'm still 2018 minded, and 2021 is still 3 years away.
Yeah, I know.
In that previous mind state.
I guess the big bit of news was that we've finally got more confirmation that the DC universe is now focusing more on solo projects.
Yes, instead of interconnected storylines.
Which I'm what I thought about this the other day. Doesn't matter whether you liked Batman v Superman or didn't, whether you liked Man of Steel or didn't, whether you liked Suicide Squad or didn't. Majority of people didn't enjoy Justice League.
Yes. Which
I thought was like unanimously everybody, whether it was the people who were like, Josh Whedon messed this up, or just people who were like, this is not as fun as I want the Justice League to be. Which was my angle was, this is not the Justice League film that I've been dreaming of since I was a kid. But I'm cool. I'm more than happy to do Aquaman 2, Wonder Woman 2, which is, I would have, again, 5 years ago, if someone had said, yeah, in 5 years, the DC Universe is your highest grossing films like Wonder Woman and Aquaman, not Batman and Superman, I would have been
they're the cornerstones.
I would have been like, you're a liar.
How could you? Fishman and that chick? No.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very interested because Affleck stepped down. Yes, officially, finally, 100%.
To my surprise, happiness.
Yeah?
I've always been a Batfleck kind of guy.
Yeah.
I always have been. But with Shazam, the Shazam trailer, the way it's looking, the way Aquaman went down, the way Wonder Woman was in a weird sort of way, his Batman didn't fit. And as you said, even though they're going more solo storylines, they do exist within the same world. His Batman just didn't fit the new vision. It fit the old vision, but it doesn't fit the new one.
I don't know how they would swing it, but I kind of hope they do a Batman Returns, Batman Forever. We swap your dude out. No, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. We swap your Batman out, but we don't
acknowledge the fact that it's a different Batman.
Yeah, I just like.
But the thing is, they want a younger Batman.
Yeah, they do. That's why I'm like, I don't know how they would swing it. They would want a younger Batman.
Jeff Johns. Was it Jeff Johns? No. Who's Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves. Yeah.
His Batman.
Dawn of the Planet, War of the Planet of the Apes director Matt Reeves. Yeah. I'm still excited. I still want to see.
Is Cavill out?
No, he's still bragging and talking and.
Really, because he's the one that I always thought was the one that had to go.
He was quoted recently as saying, "I missed out." It's not like I missed out so many times because he was up for the role in 05.
Yeah,
when they were doing Superman Returns, he was also up for it.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
That plane scene.
Ooh, Spacey's in that.
Yeah.
But he's been turned down so many times for so many things that he was like, I finally got Superman.
Yeah.
Why would I let it go?
Fair.
Like that was kind of his point of view. And Jason Momoa was like, nah.
Although to be fair, once that you think about it, his Superman can change.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Change the characteristics about him.
You think about how that film ended, Justice League ended, the way Superman sort of was like, he's died, he's back to life. That can change a person.
Yeah.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm more than happy for them to keep that Superman. And Henry Cavill's got the acting chops to be the lighthearted.
Yeah, he can.
I'm interested to see if they would. I would love to see an off-world Superman story.
Oh, yeah.
He goes to fight Doomsday or not Doomsday, Darkseid.
Yeah.
Like he goes off planet, just to be like someone can actually f him up.
Yeah.
But not f up
the
Earth,
yeah.
like the Earth.
Yeah,
like he won't get to Earth and like destroy the Earth. Like Superman goes off world.
If Superman fails, the world isn't over, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like how do you clean up from this? But I'm fine to see. I think what's on the pipelines.
Who do you want to see stepping up as Batman?
It's a good question.
There was a big thing about Arnie Hammer for a very long time.
He got interviewed. He's in a film at the moment, and he's been asked again, but nobody has. He said nobody has like
Actually approached him.
I would love to see. He's a really great actor,
Yeah,
and
he's a
again
great
he
actor.
missed out. But I think that would be a really cool, a cool replacement because it's again a lot of the. I don't. How old is Armie Hammer? I think,
35.
yeah, I think he's in that good dirty. I don't want somebody in his 20s.
Yeah.
32. Yeah,
I'd say
great,
early 30s to late 30s is where we want the next Batman to be.
yeah. I think he's a great option. I think he would be a really great option. So
And he's got to be a big guy. I don't think I can go back to a skinny Batman after Ben Affleck. In a weird sort of way.
Yeah.
In this DC universe where like everybody seems to be larger than life,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think you can have skinny Christian Bale running around.
No.
And being like,
Although he wasn't that skinny.
oh no, yeah.
You
I just
think-
think it was the suit.
It was the suit made him look. You look at those. Have you seen those pictures of Christian Bale's
Yeah, Batman Begins.
evolution of like? Yeah, Batman Begins.
Like there's that one where he's like obviously in Ra's al Ghul's
Yeah,
training,
yeah.
and he's just like this,
Yeah,
and he's
he's picked.
he looks like a freaking rock.
So what we officially still have up next is Shazam
Mm-hmm.
in April, which I'm really excited. We'll talk about Shazam in a minute. Birds of Prey.
I really like the look of that.
I like the. Oh, the other thing was Will Smith is a legend. It's reported he's
Not
out.
doing Suicide Squad.
He's out
2.
of Suicide Squad 2, which is kind of on the fence at the moment about if that's a direct sequel. But I think if he's good friends with Margot Robbie, so I think if Margot and Birds of Prey do well,
Be
I
enough
think
to convince him to come back.
I think it's like a
Yeah.
it's more of a if, like Margot does well with that, and that film does well, and they're like, hey, we want to do another Deadshot, Margot's Harley Quinn
Yeah.
mix up. He may be like, sure.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's completely out. He's doing Bad Boys
3.
for life. Yeah,
For
3
life,
at the
yeah.
moment. So Birds of Prey. Then we got Wonder Woman 1984, The Batman with Matt Reeves, The Suicide Squad, which is James Gunn is currently directing and writing.
Yeah.
The Flash. The Flash, which is not got it's got 2021, and nobody has said no yet.
Okay.
Nobody has gone, we're not doing this, so it's still on the list. And then Aquaman
Same
2.
Flash. Same Flash.
Yeah, Ezra Miller is still. I think he's at the moment he's like Harry Potter and Flash, and like, he's still. There's still when you go to the DC Extended Universe Wikipedia, there is a crap ton of in development because a year
Projects,
ago
yeah.
or whatever, every other week it was like we're doing Lobo, we're doing Cyborg,
They
we're
had a
doing
slate of.
because Dwayne Johnson since September 2014 has been cast as Black Adam,
He has, isn't he?
and I'm like.
But the thing is, now with the way that the Shazam shaped up, I'm like, I could kind of see that.
I think I'm hoping post credit it is Dwayne.
Yeah.
But no, there's been no like random report from like a month ago.
Yeah.
So we don't know. But we're still
I think Dwayne The Rock Johnson is one of those people that if an actor goes to a certain plot, you just know they're going to... Like, Ewan McGregor couldn't go and shoot a Star Wars Episode 9 cameo without the whole world knowing.
Although
you know?
the only thing, it did get past us the voice cameo, but I guess that's the difference.
Yeah,
The
but if he
little
went in and
vocal.
actually shot something... No. But Dwayne The Rock Johnson does so much everywhere.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he could just easily sneak in a cameo somewhere
could,
and be
yeah.
like, it's just part of his usual 5
Yeah.
movies a month.
He's in Virginia. Shazam's there, but but we're also shooting Jumanji here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
And Hobson Shaw.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're here. So since the most recent ones that have been announced for DC is New Gods, which is an alien race introduced in the Justice League. That's a film they're still talking about. A Joker film, which I think they've Leto.
I want to see Leto back.
I do want to see him back. I think it's still iffy. Supergirl was confirmed. Blue Beetle was confirmed. Plastic Man, Wonder Woman sequel, and The Trench. So The Trench is the most recent one. They're like,
Yeah.
we're going to do a Trench.
I find that weird.
I'm up. Yeah, it's a very weird
Of all the
concept.
things from Aquaman to kind of be like,
Let's do that.
yeah,
I
let's
get
do
it. It's a horrifying sequence visually, and James Wan is a horror director. I get the whole like,
Yeah, correlation.
but it's very childish. Like I feel like some childish exec was like, horror. This is really scary. James Wan, you do scary, right? Let's do this. Like that's the. It's just it didn't seem because I don't recall. I'm gonna click Trench now because it's gonna take me to the comics.
Because with Trench,
There's a very small thing here on Wikipedia about those characters, and I don't think there's a major story about.
but like it wouldn't tie back to the main storyline. It'd be like its own independent movie.
Yeah.
And because of that, it brings up the question: if it's not been attached for any particular reason, why not go to something else that would be unattached and far more interesting? Like, what was it? 8 Kingdoms in the movie?
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be at least some interesting history, you know, in that you could bring a movie out of.
But also, at the moment, I'm like, why aren't you doing stuff with the people you've casted?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson, Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke. You know, I'm like... And also, they casted a bunch of Flash's side characters. J.K. Simmons is still cast as Jim Gordon. He was in 5 seconds of Justice League.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't you doing stuff with these guys?
They've hired some good actors
yeah,
to play
they've got some
villains.
good... And if those contracts are still
like,
there...
when you have...
Yeah.
Like, these just 4 that we mentioned. Dwayne Johnson, Ewan McGregor, Jared Leto, and Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
You know,
Some
2 of them are... One of them's an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
One of them's an Emmy winner.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's known to be able to play a lot of stuff.
MTV Choice Award winner.
Yeah. And Joe Manganiello was on True Blood.
But like, you know, it's you've got all these great actors.
Yeah. Why not use them?
Yeah, it's very... Yeah, I love that they're not doing huge films, but still, you know, bring out some... For me, it's like, I'm very surprised that they've gone Suicide Squad again. But it's like, it's not Suicide Squad 2. It's like a reboot of Suicide Squad. Like, by the sounds of it, there's no writers, there's no directors, there's no actors from that Suicide Squad from 2014 that are going into this film.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are we rebooting the Suicide? And they're pretty major in the comics.
Yeah.
But they weren't major in the limelight. Like, and so I'm... Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not criticizing them yet. I'm just like, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see Birds of Prey because Margot Robbie, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. And, what's her face? Ewan McGregor's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I don't watch all of it, don't get me wrong, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Fargo Season 3.
Oh, yeah.
And, they have pretty cool chemistry. I mean, they won't be in the same facet relationship-wise in the movie, but they have pretty cool chemistry. She's a good actress.
Cloverfield, Mary Elizabeth
That's
Weinstein.
the one. It was a 3-hit name. I was going to say Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Totally different actress.
Yeah, and she's playing Huntress, which is a cool character, which we haven't seen live action before.
Yeah.
There is Black Canary is going to be in Birds of Prey, but we've seen a lot of television. Technically, we've had 3 Black Canaries on TV because of Arrow, because we had the White Canary before that, which was initially a Black Canary. Then we had Laurel Lance, who was already in the show, but then she died. And then we had another girl called Diana Lance.
Something.
But I'm very interested to see that film. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Unplanned Conversation.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere. Anyways, planned conversation now.
Trailers. Get us little trailers. Hellboy. We got an R-rated trailer for Hellboy. This is the second trailer for Hellboy. I watched the first one. I was like, meh.
Yeah. I think everyone's a bit like, meh.
Second trailer. Better, but we've seen the whole film.
You think?
I think we've seen the majority.
Maybe I'm just too dumb to piece it all together. But I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. It looks cool. It looks fun. It looks... I'm
not missing Ron Perlman.
Are you not?
Which I think is a good thing.
It's a good thing. I don't want to be
like,
in there.
I miss Ron Perlman in the sense that I like his Hellboy. But I don't miss him in the sense that this Hellboy's lacking, and Ron Perlman could have done so much better.
David Harbour is a good actor, and my thing at the moment a little bit, I can't see his face. The thing about Ron Perlman's Hellboy is I could, you know, he was a motive. I could tell that was Ron Perlman, but I could tell it was Hellboy. I can't, like, it looks like Hellboy from the comics. Kind of looks like Ron Perlman. Does not look like David Harbour. In my mind.
I can see that.
So I'm a little bit like, it takes away a little bit for me as somebody who studies film and is like beaten over the head with how things should work properly. I'm beaten over the head with, your actors must look this way, your director must do it this way. I'm like, I just want to enjoy Aquaman. Like, I'm getting smacked up to be, you know. So there's that.
Yeah.
But I guess it's Mila
Djokovic.
I think it's because she's in it, but I'm getting like Underworld, Resident Evil vibes from 2000 and like early 2000s film. Like Hellboy's the same because that came out. Ghost Rider, like those sort of early 2000s, slightly darker action films. I'm getting such a big vibe of that. And that's not bad,
Yeah.
because some of those movies are like movies.
2003's Daredevil.
Yeah, that as
Ooh.
well. Like, I'm getting that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
But it looks
Risque, but still good for the family.
Yeah. This is not going to be
Except this
good.
one, yeah.
No, except
This is a
this definitely going to be R. What were the Resident Evils R? I think they were.
Like R13s
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
think
like
for
that.
this country, R13. So that would probably have been
M.
R in the US.
Oh, yes, sorry.
It probably would have been R in the US and whatever.
I convert New Zealand to a lower New Zealand one.
But yeah, it's...
R13 becomes like M.
But those are fine. Did you watch the last Resident Evil film?
No.
Did you watch the last Underworld film?
No.
Neither.
Which is sad.
We love
Because
those.
I've watched...
We binge watched...
I've watched the first 3 of each since...
Yeah.
Yeah? It's just... After a while, I think with those... It's... I forgot what the term is essentially. But it's... The returns is less.
Yeah.
God, returns is less. Like, you put the same thing out there...
Yeah.
But because you're doing it the 4th time, the 5th time, the 6th time, less people will come.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 times, still they're good movies. You know, and even later on, when you recognize it's just the same thing, they're still good movies.
Yeah.
But when you do it, keep on doing it. Nah.
Because what was the other one? Oh, bloody Riddick. There's the Riddick.
I always thought there was 5 of them.
The Riddick films.
Yeah, there's only 3.
Yeah.
And they're doing another one apparently.
Yeah, because I think Vin Diesel has the sole rights.
I think
at
Vin
the
Diesel's
moment.
in this weird niche that, and I think Dwayne the Rock Johnson was in there a few years ago too.
Yeah.
In this weird niche where
You
don't have to work again,
Right.
and you're not the greatest actor on the planet, and you know what you can act, so you can make any project up that fits what you want to do,
Yeah.
and you can do it.
Because that's what was that Witch Hunter one?
Yeah.
Diesel did.
I mean, if you think about it, Witch Hunter, Triple X,
The
Dom.
third one.
Dom, and Riddick. Those are like his 4 big roles.
Yeah.
And they're all the same.
Pretty much. Except
Pretty much.
Vin Diesel did that baby
Yeah.
caregiver one.
That's fine. I like that movie.
That's fine, yeah. I always forget.
And
Vin
the weird
Diesel,
thing is
Vin
that-
Diesel was in Saving Private
Yeah.
Ryan.
Was he?
Yeah, I always forget that. But he was one of the... Wasn't long. He was in a little bit.
And I think the weird thing is that he settled in terms of his acting roles.
Yeah.
Like, there's a scene in... I don't know if you still haven't seen it, the most recent Fast and Furious.
Nah, I still haven't seen it.
Anyways, you don't mind if I spoil something?
That's fine.
So here's a baby with...
Yeah.
Anyways, they've been
Spoiler
held
alert
captive.
for Fast and Furious. Hey, it's on Netflix. Go watch it.
They've been held captive.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where he's given an ultimatum, but he's screwed either way.
Right.
And then he just yells at her. Like, but...
The baby?
No, yells at the woman that's holding him captive, who's played by Charlize Theron.
Okay. Yells at the baby.
Yeah. But it's like, he's like, I'm alone, so I can't do it myself. Or alone, I've got no help, or something like that. And it's not like supreme acting. It's not, but it's better than the monotone kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm dumb, you know, family.
It's odd. The later Fast and Furiouses, Dom lost his sense of humor. Like, you go watch the Fast and the Furious.
Yep.
He's a bit more chipper.
If such a term can be applied.
Yeah, if the word chipper can be applied to Vin Diesel. He's such a lovely dude as well.
I know.
Like, he's a genuinely nice bloke, and he plays Dom, and Dom at times is just like, he's quite...
Street always wins.
Yeah, the street always win. Groot.
Yes.
He plays Groot as well.
He plays Groot.
Anyways, Hellboy. I'd say I'll see it. I did really well last year. I saw almost 50 films in theaters.
But I won't be surprised if I don't see it.
Yeah, because you're surrounded by that crap.
Well, not even that, but it's just, it's something that I always, well, I don't phrase it as such, but like, I'll catch it next week. I'll catch it the next time I'm there.
Yeah, and then you
don't, you know.
You like the 2 Hellboy films we already have?
I like the first one.
Okay.
I'm not a big Golden Army fan.
I quite enjoyed Golden Army.
A lot of people like Golden Army. I just never...
I don't think there's enough action in the first one.
I
think there's better action in... It's not a Hellboy story, the second one.
Yeah.
Like, the first one is based very... Like, in the trailer for this new Hellboy...
Watchmen, that's what this reminds me of.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. The trailer for this Hellboy, you see baby the Nazis and Baby
Yeah,
Hellboy.
yeah.
That is based that's in the first film as well, and that's all based off a comic, and that's all original. But Guillermo del Toro really wrote his own story. He pulled from little parts of Hellboy,
Pulled from source material.
But the Golden Army is definitely a Guillermo del Toro story.
Okay, Shazam.
Shazam!
I'm pumped for this
I am
one.
quite pumped.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
I was tentatively excited, but
Yeah.
this next trailer really kind of was like confirmed to me
Mm.
that they're just going all out with this kind of tone of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
film, and that I don't think it's going to take itself too seriously.
No, he threw the Batman toy.
Get him, Batman.
Get him, Batman. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, it looks like a good time, and it's a character again. It's Marvel and DC have done quite well in the past to bring up characters that have sort of they've dwindled, they've faded out.
Yeah.
They're not longer in the main. And I guess I give Aquaman a lot of this credit, although these were both shooting at the same time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot between December's Aquaman release and April's Shazam release. There's a little bit you can do to mix the film up to make it still fresh. But obviously they went in going, we need to make this fresh.
But that's also a good sign in terms of the DC. Is it still DCEU?
There's actually no official name. That's what I learned from a report this week.
That's
Call
the
it
good
the
thing
DC.
is that
yeah.
there's been no major gap between them. So there hasn't been a chance for the directors to see, like, this is what's good about Aquaman, let's apply it to Shazam. Mm-hmm. They've approached both films the same way, which shows almost a universal or unanimous change in outlook in terms of production and movies. Mm-hmm. So that's just a nice little thing.
It is. I'm very excited for this. I think the tone looks fun. The banter between both Zachary Levi's Shazam as well as Aisha Angel's Billy Baxton and Jack Grazer's Freddie Freeman. So like I think that chemistry between the two stepbrothers and then the chemistry between Shazam and the stepbrother. I think that
There's a
whole
funny little thought though. In the trailer, and thank my sister for this because she brought it up. But
which
in
one?
the trailer,
I want to thank them.
the oldest one.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, oldest
In the
one,
trailer,
who remain nameless.
The dude references Game of Thrones. Gets really Game of Thrones in here.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Jason Momoa plays
Okay.
in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So, inside that universe, does Aquaman look exactly like Khal Drogo?
Question. That same question.
Because they've acknowledged with Game of Thrones that
That
it
same
exists.
thing came up in Winter Soldier with Marvel when in his book, in Steve Rogers' book, it says Star Wars, and obviously Sam Jackson's Mace
was
Windu.
Star Wars,
So does Mace Windu look like
exactly,
Nick Fury?
Yeah.
That's a funny.
That's a funny thing.
That's a funny.
Within
little...
universes, do our
these
main
people-
characters always
Or
get
is it?
pulled over?
Or is it like what's that film? The
be
last.
funny-
Have you seen?
Funny if Nick Fury gets pulled over. You that Sam Jackson guy?
yeah. No. In the Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Where it's a 90s film where Arnie, there's this kid who jumps into the theater or something like that. Sylvester Stallone is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
In the other universe.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like that. Maybe it's just a very similar. Maybe it's Lawrence Fishburne as Mace Windu in the Marvel universe. Who's the equal to Jason Momoa?
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams, the basketball
player.
New Zealand's own Steven Adams. But yeah, like a Jason Momoa-esque actor. I'll think of one soon as Jason Momoa, and there's no one like Jason Momoa. I'm thinking very hard.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz.
Some people will get that joke.
Yeah,
some people won't.
Some people won't.
Yeah, but no, I'm excited. And Mark Strong's in this playing Theodos, whatever that character's name, the bad guy.
Yeah.
He previously got a chance as a villain. He played Sinestro in 2011's Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
Which obviously didn't get a chance.
I hope he cleans himself in a bath of holy water.
Yeah, so do I. He didn't get a chance to be Sinestro the villain. He got the chance to be
Sinestro the Green Lantern. Sinestro.
And the only good part of that whole Green Lantern film, I think, is at the very end in the post-credit scene where Sinestro embraces
puts on the ring.
the fear and he becomes Yellow Sinestro. So I'm cool. It's cool to see Mark Strong back in a film like this. There's nothing really. I think he'll be a disposable villain. Just based on the trailer. It's not his film. It won't be the villain hero film. It'll be the
hero film.
The hero
which
and the boy.
which fits because they don't want to chuck Black Adam in there because it makes the movie a lot more serious.
Also, it's Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and you don't
Yep.
want to pull a villain as way more popular than the hero.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi is not a
Household name. Per
yeah,
se.
he's not a household pop culture. He was on a bunch of shows. You know, he was Chuck. He was in Thor.
Yeah, the funny thing is, he was and I like it when actors do this. I was watching a horror movie a few weeks ago, and Zachary Levi just popped up, and he died.
Yeah.
But I was just like, wow, it's kind of cool to see, not quite A-list,
Yeah.
but if this goes well, but pop up in like what is very much a production, but B cast
Yeah.
movie
Do you know why he was in that?
because he produced it. Probably.
Broke. I don't know why he's in there. But yeah, and also credits to Zachary Levi. He really bulked up for this role.
Yeah, and the suit doesn't look atrocious.
No. So it looks cool. I'm by the looks of it as well, it looks like we've only got early scenes of the film.
Yeah.
But I liked the bit at the end of it as well where he's like, "Did you see it?" He's like, "What? You electrocuted that bus?"
But I caught it.
Yeah, but I caught it. Yeah, it looks fun. I'm psyched.
I also do like that cool kind of Hancock shot right at the end.
Ah,
where
yeah.
he tries to leap the building.
Yeah, and he goes into
Yeah.
there's a very Hancock element
Yeah,
to this with the terrible flying.
Yeah,
That's cool. I didn't
and
think
like
about
the
that.
handheld camera.
Yes, it's that
You know?
sort of.
It's not a found footage
it's
film.
it's a mix of yeah.
but there's shots of handheld
I
cameras and
thought
stuff.
yeah. I only until you said that till I realized yeah. That's cool. I'm pumped. I'll see it. It'll be great. That's next month. It's not that far away.
wow.
I keep forgetting it's March.
Yeah,
It's March.
it is March.
March.
It's March.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the trailer. I
yeah.
listened to a podcast called The Weekly Planet, which I usually listen to. And I skipped most of what they said, but I caught on the end that it's pretty much full of spoilers and a lot of the plot.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
Nick Mason on the podcast and James both brought up an interesting point, which I'm going to bring to you now. There's no harm, and there's no reason why they won't, Fox to F up this universe. Like
Marvel.
the X-Men universe before they give back to Marvel.
Oh,
Like, they could do whatever they want with... Like, obviously, too late
yeah.
now, but they could do
Yeah.
whatever they wanted with Dark Phoenix.
yeah.
Because
I would be happy if
Marvel's
if the
not
movie-
Marvel's not going to be like... People sometimes are like, oh, they might keep Michael Fassbender, they might keep James McAvoy. They won't.
I don't think they will.
I love both of them. I love...
Well, I have a solid theory, by the way,
love
that I might
that.
bring up in a second.
Yeah, but I love that. But again, it's like, they can do whatever they want with Dark Phoenix. They could really just...
Yeah, I mean, I'd love if the ending of Dark Phoenix is just the Earth blowing up. Universe over.
Question again. I don't know why you want to do the same story twice. There are so many great X-Men stories out there.
Yeah.
And we've already done a terrible Dark Phoenix for Last Stand. I don't know why they decided to do it again. Question is, does it look like they're going to space?
No.
Okay. I'm not.
There's a
watching
shot
Dark
of
Phoenix.
her in space. So she's
What,
in space.
Jean Grey?
But they're not in space.
Shit. Like,
I think. Like, I'm thinking again. Yeah, just her in space.
maybe we get because that's where the Phoenix
Maybe
Force
this
comes
the
from.
end. Maybe she just blows up the Earth.
That's where the Phoenix Force comes from. Jessica Chastain's in it. Was she in the trailer much?
Not really, no.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Beast is turning bad, I think. It's this weird thing where I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I care. I'm going to watch X-Men Apocalypse eventually.
I'm gonna watch it for
to commemorate.
maybe because it's the last kind of Fox-helmed film
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
get. I
that's-
might watch it for that
that's-
because
that's
they
pretty
do
much-
have a different tone. I won't take away from that. And so I will. The way I describe movie tones with the Marvel properties, you know those fat pencils that you get?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, like you draw a line with a fat pencil,
Yeah, I
and
guess.
it's really kind of like
Rough
just smudgy and
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying the Marvel Universe is
Smudgy
undefined.
and rough, yeah.
But then you get the thin pencils with the sharp end, and then it's like a really thin line. That's like a different feel.
Yeah.
And like, this is the last of that skinny pencil we're gonna get, I suppose.
Before it snaps
Before
under
it snaps.
under the wielding of
Before they run out of paper.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
That's 20 years. Almost.
Yeah,
They started
yeah.
production of X-Men in 1999.
Ooh.
And now it's 2019.
Ooh.
Pretty much 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's enough time to
Yeah.
really. Is there okay? So the joke back in the day for James Bond was like the odd even or like the even numbers were the good ones. Out of the X-Men films,
The even numbers were the bad ones. The odd numbers were the good ones.
Like that. They keep swapping it. Nobody knows. I think all of Daniel Craig's are great. So
Even Quantum of Solace.
I prefer.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's not bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Drink this oil. With the X-Men films, before we see Dark Phoenix,
Yeah.
if Dark Phoenix is bad, do we have more bad X-Men films or more good X-Men films?
I'd
Not
say-
including Deadpool.
I'd say we'd have more good ones.
Okay.
Okay,
'Cause-
1's good, 2's good. Last Stand's not good. If we're just going straight down the line, if you're below 50, you're not good. If you're above 50, you're good. 2 good. Last Stand's bad. Wolverine's good. Origins is bad.
Origins is bad.
The Wolverine is good. Days of Future Past is good. First Class is good.
Logan.
Logan's good. Logan's great.
Aye, that's most of them.
Logan's good.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Apocalypse isn't good.
Okay. I think that's it.
And that's it.
So, okay.
So you're more
then
good ones
The
than
bad
bad ones.
ones, Last Stand, Origins, Apocalypse,
Possibly this one.
possibly this one. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Pardon me?
That's pretty much half, then,
Yeah.
of the new, the younger Xavier are good. If Phoenix is bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Theory.
Apocalypse. Your theory. Give me your theory.
On X-Men. Okay, I think Marvel, good old Marvel,
Cinematic Studios.
Cinematic Studio Universe, is gonna hold X-Men as the ace in the hole. Okay, and
Okay.
explain this. Civil War, what the hell?
Civil War 2?
No. Phase 4 is coming up.
Yes.
Endgame ends Phase 4.
I think so.
Phase 3, sorry. Ends Phase 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Uncertainty is the word of the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forwards.
Because at the moment, the only thing officially confirmed and is in the pipeline, as in they filmed it and everything's good, is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yep, and Kevin Feige said that he doesn't want to do what he did already and list up a bunch of films.
Yeah.
Okay, uncertainty is the word, is the name of the game. Okay, because like it or lump it, we are probably saying goodbye to Rob Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, quite possibly.
Yeah.
I'd say more than
Evans
70%.
and Downey probably 90%. Hemsworth, Ruffalo, Renner, Johansson.
Maybe
on
a
the
couple more
fence,
films,
on
but
the
they're not
fence.
going to stick around forever. Okay, we're in a huge transition phase. Okay, Black Panther was massive. Okay, Spider-Man was really well received, and I feel like Captain Marvel could go a good way. I
You've
like
seen
it.
it.
I
You've seen
really
it.
like it.
You've seen it
You
on
know,
the screen,
I'd
yeah.
say it's a top 10 Marvel film. But here's the question.
Yeah.
Because during this entire time, and I've mentioned this on a previous podcast, and we had a big conversation over it, so I'll just abbreviate it. During their introductions and stuff like that, they've always been overcast by the fact that Downey and Chris Evans are still around. The Avengers we still like are still doing their thing, so the focus has been on them. When they leave, I'm not sure that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be as profitable as it used to be. It's still going to be successful, but it's profitable. Because I think it's going to not use massives, like I once said, but lose a fair chunk of casual fan base.
Yes.
Because they're going to be like, because they've built this thing up. Endgame's over, that's nice. Bo's on it. What's new? You know? And they keep chugging along. So they'll still bust out billion-dollar movies, but I'm not sure the appeal will be what it is. So, worst case scenario, Marvel Cinematic Universe starts declining. Not fast, but, Doctor Strange 2 doesn't do so well. Your surrounding characters. Ant-Man 3 doesn't do so well. And sure, you've got Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Ms. Marvel. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, I think that they're going to hold on to X-Men. If it dwindles, they're going to be like, we got X-Men.
We got Wolverine back. We got you. Yeah.
I think that's why they were so desperate in acquiring it.
Right.
Because Marvel Studios is intelligent. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
Disney, I think they saw...
the whole fact that they came out of like bankruptcy in a hole and brought up at that stage Iron Man was not your number one player,
No.
but they brought him in and made him the number one player. Is brilliant.
I think they saw that after Endgame, because in a weird sort of way, it's a beast of their own making, because they've made this the penultimate movie.
Yeah.
That there's a possible room for normal to quite severe decline. So
Yeah.
I think they acquired X-Men to counteract that if it does. Hats off.
Yeah, hats off, absolutely. Yeah, and it's highly possible. I think it'll be a couple years. I think 2028. It could possibly be almost 9-10 years before they bring the X-Men back, because you think if they go back to 2 films a year, because I think they've done 3 films in 2017 and did 3 films.
They've really picked up pace recently.
Yeah, and they did 3 films 2017 and 3 films 2018. By the sound of it, they're only doing 2 films this year, Endgame and Far From Home, because Guardians 3 is currently just not doing anything. Because at the moment, the only confirmation, they've started Doctor Strange 2, like early stuff, and they've started Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Black Widow film is in the pipeline, pretty much getting started. And there's no, like, that's really it. Because they've talked about Scarlet Witch going to the streaming service and Loki going to the streaming service.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's where we're sitting at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm sure in a week's time, 2 weeks' time after Captain Marvel comes out,
things will change.
No, they'll be like, we're doing another Captain Marvel, or we're doing whatever. So, sorry, no, there is 3 films this year: Captain Marvel, Endgame, and Spider-Man: Far From Home. So whether or not we go back to 2 films,
I'd say,
and then,
I think for a while, a couple of years, 1 film a year would be healthy for them.
It probably would be.
Give us a time where you're like, because I think Marvel has taken into consideration now DC's on the upwards trend, so they're going to be putting out more films.
Or at the very least, if you're doing a film, do one March, April, and do another one November, December. Because Thor Ragnarok still did well in November. And because at the moment they've gone like, Black Panther was February, Avengers was April, Ant-Man and Wasp was July.
Yeah.
And then nothing. And that nothing gap feels good.
Yeah.
So why not do like 1 April, 1 October?
Yeah.
Because then you got that middle break, and then you got the November, January, February break. So,
I mean,
do your jobs, Marvel.
I'm pretty sure they've all kind of got it ready. You know?
Absolutely.
They've got a contingency plan for the contingency plan. You know, like that's sweet. They could call it quits, and the whole thing would just be a massive success.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, like in 10 years, they've made a $28 billion empire.
Yeah,
like something like that. You know, and they all down to one man.
I just thought for a second they may already be at a $28 billion.
Yeah, they owe all to one man, Jon Favreau.
Kevin Feige, Jon Favreau. There's been talks about him getting a film as well. Happy Hogan.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Murmurs of that.
Maybe streaming service.
Yeah, that'll probably be streaming service. All right, another trailer. Rocket Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's move away from our
typical
superhero. And let's get back into the musical. We like a good musical.
Oh,
You love The Greatest Showman.
I do. Yes.
You saw it 45 million times.
Yes, exactly. And counting.
We may be going to the Hugh Jackman show.
Yeah, we may be.
I think that's pretty much we're going to that, which will be really awesome.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody you saw?
Yes. I quite enjoyed too.
You quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but I knew the history of Queen. Yeah. So I was quite...
So it's like reading a book you've already read.
Yeah, it's reading a book I've already read, and also the book's wrong. Like this this is wrong. Yeah. So I had
the first edition was so much better.
Yeah, exactly. I'll talk about the Oscars and Rami Malek at the very end, because we're going to talk about the Oscars very briefly at the end and what happened there. But this is the guy who directed. So what happened is Bohemian Rhapsody was being filmed. Bryan Singer was directing. He was then accused of more sexual assault allegations. He was dropped off the project, and a director called Dexter Fletcher
interesting name.
stepped in to finish Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And then while he was finishing Bohemian Rhapsody, he then was like, with the same company, Fox and that, he was like, I want to do another one. And then they've now
same director.
Yeah. So Dexter Fletcher did the last half of Bohemian Rhapsody and is now directing Rocket Man, which is the story of Elton John.
Yeah.
Dexter Fletcher also worked with Taron Egerton on Eddie the Eagle, which also had Hugh Jackman in it. So he's a pretty good director. He's done a bunch of TV show stuff. He did that Band of Brothers HBO war show. He did a bit of that.
It was a good show.
Yeah, it was. So he's pretty. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, that rises the excitement value, I suppose, a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, Rocket Man. We got another trailer.
You keen?
Am I keen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Why does it say Justin Timberlake? Principal photography began, Justin Timberlake, full stop.
Okay, I'm keen. If JT's in it.
Look at it. It says full stop. Principal photography began. No, sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing.
Oh,
Alan choice. Oh, sorry. I read the wrong thing. Elton John's choice were either Tom Hardy or Justin Timberlake.
Why would you not go with that?
Well, that was 2012. And then
okay.
obviously Kingsman 2 came out, and Elton obviously met Taron.
I think that was like 2017 kind of thing.
He met Taron. So Taron Egerton, Jamie Bell's in it, and Richard Madden. Bryce Dallas Howard's also in it. It's a cool, neat little cast. We got another trailer. The proper full length. The first trailer wasn't really much in it. No. This trailer, we got an idea about. There's obviously substance abuse, and there's talks about depression, his sexual orientation. It goes through obviously a bit more. There's a longer period of his time. It's a similar sort of, without the tone for Bohemian Rhapsody, because Bohemian Rhapsody was like, there's who wants to live forever. I don't know how much time I've got left, and obviously we know unfortunately Freddie Mercury passed away. So this is the opposite kind of. It's like,
but see, like I'm not excited for it.
Yeah.
Not really, in a sense, and because it's not like you've seen one, you see it all. Different actors, different director. No, not different director. So like it will be different from Bohemian Rhapsody, but at the same time, for me, in terms of movies based off singers' careers, Bohemian Rhapsody was enough. You know, like I don't need to see another one. Yeah, I might see another one.
It's another one in that style.
Yeah.
So we had Straight Outta Compton a few years back. It's a very much an indie feel.
Yes.
So Straight Outta Compton is such a, like, we've had a bunch over there. We had Ray Charles in 2004. Yeah. We had Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash in that film from a few years back. But it's different. You got NWA, which is late 80s rap and hip hop, and you've got Ray Charles, a 50s, 60s blues, sort of blind singer. You've got Johnny Cash, a country sort of thing. You got Queen, a rock band, and then you got Elton John, which is the same era as Queen. Slightly different.
Same problems that Freddie Mercury had to a degree. Substance
sexual
abuse,
orientation,
sexual
orientation,
orientation, possible manipulation of characters they trusted.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
similar.
Public insight, not giving a shit about public insight, then caring.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite a few of the same notes.
And a very flamboyant amazing frontman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that sort of. So yeah,
I just want to do the music. I don't care about everything else, kind of thing. You know.
Yeah.
It hits a lot of the same notes. You know, and I mean, you can dress it up in a different outfit, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah, which is, I think, that's a really good point. I think that's where the film. And I give 100%.
But it's going to work because it's banking on what Bohemian Rhapsody did.
Absolutely, 100%. And the actors are great in it. Taron Egerton is doing his own vocals, which is the difference between Rami. Rami did a little bit, but majority of it was unused vocals and cuts from Freddie, which also, it's very hard to replicate Freddie.
Yeah.
But Taron's doing a unique perspective by doing his voice with like a hint, like a spice of Elton in it, which is a
spicy
it's a brave choice from an actor who's not known to be a singer. So it's a brave choice from him, and I condemn him for it, and I give him 100% credit. But yeah, you're right. I'm skeptical because I think we will go in with this is just Bohemian Rhapsody again. Because it's not going to be the whole thing. Yeah. I think it's like 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Dabble in 90s. Film ends with a concert or something. So.
Film ends with a concert and a screen cutting to what happens to all the characters in it.
Yeah, like what
kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, what's next on the plate?
We both saw Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, we did.
We saw it separately because
we don't love each other.
Yeah.
You can't have the dog.
I knew about Alita because of James Cameron.
Yeah.
Because I know him personally. No.
Yes. Good fella.
James Cameron has been talking about doing Alita since, I think, 1992.
Or was it very much a George Lucas case? Like, the technology ain't ready yet.
Yeah, 100%. That was exactly...
I always get like, not chills, but I always like hearing that because it's like, you're a true visionary.
Yeah.
When you won't do your project because the world ain't ready for it yet.
Absolutely. Yeah. So...
But on the opposite end of that, you can almost admire people like Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
Who do like Lord of the Rings, the unmakeable film, and yet they make it.
Yeah.
You know?
They do.
It's acts like that really kind of distinguish directors in my mind.
Yeah.
You know? Or just have a career of solid films. I'm looking at you, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So yeah, James Cameron didn't direct Battle Angel. He produced it. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez, who is known for the
Spy Kids.
Spy Kids. Is he?
Yeah, he did Spy Kids.
And Sin City. Also, he did the Mexico trilogy, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, From Dusk Till Dawn.
He did Machete.
Machete, yeah. Which I love that. He also did Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh, that's
another classic. That was the funniest bit. He was doing Spy Kids, and then there's a character Machete in Spy Kids, and then he made
Uncle
Machete.
Yeah.
And
it's such a gory film.
It's great. Robert Rodriguez is a really fun director. I like his sort of style. He's got some really cool projects. He also did Predators. Not the recent one.
But the one before that.
2010 one. Which was also, I think, a underrated
movie.
Yeah. But
anyway.
Yeah, Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, so from like 2003 they've been working on this, really trying to get it going. And then obviously Avatar really enhanced a lot of the motion capture. Because that was pretty much what they were waiting for was mocap.
Yeah.
And to get good mocap. But
not Jar Jar Binks mocap.
Yeah. Which you gotta give them credit though. You gotta give
it's still pretty good. They pioneered it.
Yeah, they pioneered it. So it's based on a manga series from the 90s. I did not know. I used to play a PlayStation 1 game, which was based on Alita.
Oh, wow.
Which I didn't even realize.
What game?
I don't remember what it's called, but my friend had it. He had a PS1. I'll find it later. But he had it, and I didn't even realize. It was just a game. I didn't realize until yesterday, day before, I was Googling Alita. And I was like, I actually played
that game.
I actually knew Alita before I realized.
Yeah.
We'll probably spoilers.
No, I don't want to go too spoiler heavy with this one.
All right, we'll go. All right. But
Calm down.
Like you mentioned, directed by Robert Rodriguez, produced by James Cameron. It stars Rosa Salazar and Christoph Waltz, Mahershala Ali, Jennifer Connelly, Ed Serkin, and a bunch of other actors. Joe Courtney's in it for like 2 seconds, and I was like, hey.
It's that Boomerang dude.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't know the story, so I guess I went in not knowing them. I may actually pick up. I got a friend who owns a lot of the series, I may go to him and be like, "Hey, let me read this."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a little quick to get into things. Yeah. I think it just sort of got into the because there's a lot of story from Alita, and you really wanted to tell a certain story. The effects are amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Really,
that's what really kind of blew my mind away. Like, I think even if I hated the movie, I'd probably go watch it again.
Yeah,
just for the effects.
Yeah. It's told you should watch it twice. Once normally, second 3D. I remember seeing the first trailer like 2 years ago, and it's the bit where she jumps into the underground.
Yeah,
and it wasn't quite finished, the effects, and it didn't quite look good. But what I like about this film is the CGI mocap complements the live action.
Yes.
So it doesn't look like that's a live action character. That's a mocap CGI. Yeah. Obviously, you know because there are some unrealistic things.
Yeah. I think they've done the cool thing where they've stylized it in a way so it fits.
Absolutely.
You know?
There is one brief moment, though, with Keenan Johnson's character, Hugo, Alita's boyfriend, where he's running through a street. And it's a brief shot, but in that shot, nobody in that shot was CGI. Yeah. And I could tell. It was a brief moment. I was like, huh. It was just my mind. My mind clicked out very quickly because your brain's the worst bit. It's a love-hate relationship between visual effects and a human brain. Yeah. Your brain is an incredible organ and can really tell when something is not real. And it's getting harder for the brain to be like, that's not real. Yeah. But still, at times when you watch something, most brains will be like, that's not real. Yeah. And will like note it, and you can point it out, but. Yeah, a lot of this film, if you can be taken away and just sit through and enjoy it and just accept it, it's great. I mean, what happened?
The one element of the movie that didn't work for me though was the romance angle of all things.
Was it the fact that it was a cyborg and a human? Kind of weirded me out, the kiss, but that's all right.
The kiss did weird me out, but it just didn't work for me. Okay. Like, maybe it's hard to have extreme chemistry when you're wearing a mocap suit. You know, or something like that. But something about it felt like stilted. Right. But maybe that's the way the movie wanted to go because she is a cyborg. Yeah. Romance isn't conventional between a cyborg and a human, I suppose. Yeah. But just something about it just didn't really work for me. Like right at the end, spoilers, when like she's
hold on. Real quick, what did you say about spoilers earlier?
Not too spoiler.
Okay, all right.
First
Just clarifying. Spoiler alert, guys.
You know how he's hanging off and she's holding him.
Right.
Like, it's weird. I knew I was supposed to be emotional.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I was supposed to be upset, but I wasn't.
I wasn't upset for that one either because that happened about 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah, he did
He
die.
almost-
He
like,
died twice.
He died twice within like
But
15
even the
minutes.
first time he died, it just didn't really hit me.
It hit me because
Well,
my
you're
girlfriend
happy
my
now.
girlfriend was squeezing my hand the whole time. So anytime something dramatic happened,
She's reminding you to feel Paris.
yeah, she would like squeeze my hand real tiny, like, oh god, something's happening.
I'm awake. No.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's the only real part of the movie that don't work for me.
Yeah.
Because not once did I else during the movie feel like nothing didn't work. Like I got immersed in the world, I got immersed in the characters. I totally bought the fact that, again, another spoiler, that the old dude with the Chris Waltz character,
Christoph Waltz, yeah.
with that big hammer thing,
Dr. Dyson
could in
Taylor.
fact take on the big dude.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, but he's a hunter. Like, he could do it.
Yeah.
So like I fully believed, in the universe and in the characters. I was totally immersed.
Yeah.
Which,
I was immersed as well. And the thing I like, there's an element of these manga/anime stories that get adapted that, I don't watch a lot of that stuff. I have friends that do, but it's very similar. The cyberpunk,
Yep.
your Ghost in the Shells, your Alita Battling. They've got a very similar like
aesthetic.
Yeah. And I really like the aesthetic. I think it's a huge difference from, because you get your Star Treks and your Star Wars, your American produced,
But it's almost
sci-fi.
like, it's like almost an expected projection of what our future's going to be like.
Yeah.
Very militarized, very formal.
Yeah.
Very kind of
But
like.
also, it's
society,
There's
just
no
bigger.
There's no middle society though
Yeah.
anymore. Is right. It's the biggers and the lowest, and then the top.
Yeah.
There's no middle. But no, it was cool. There's some cool, really cool characters, visually cool characters, which is the best bit. There's a lot of these assassins. There were cyborg assassins as well as the hunter.
I got so excited when I met a new one. Like, I'm like, dude, you're ugly
Yeah.
as hell, but you kind of look cool.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah. So you got your hunter warriors, which were your bounty hunter sort of characters, and then you had your assassins. Yeah, and it was cool. It was cool to see.
What a cool movie to be a visual arts
Yeah, absolutely.
director
yeah,
or prop maker or something on. What a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's I would say 4 bananas out of a bunch. And you got a bunch of 10. Oh wait, what? That's a bad review.
Yeah, it is.
Four bananas out of a bunch of 6. It's a good movie.
You're using our old...
Yeah, I can't quite remember.
I don't remember what it is either.
Television.
Television was it laptop?
No, your couch was the bottom one.
Couch was the bottom, banana,
Cup.
cup, laptop, TV.
Yeah.
I'd give it like a...
No, TV, cup, laptop.
TV, cup, laptop.
I'd
Was
give it a
laptop
cup.
the
I'd
top?
give it a cup, yeah.
I'll give it a
Laptop
cup.
was the top.
I'll give it a cup.
I'd give it a cup.
I think this is wrong, but I'll give it a cup.
Good old glass of water.
Good glass of water. Do you want to talk any other spoilers?
No, I think we should leave it at that. It's
Yeah.
definitely a movie that benefits you not knowing anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have more fun not knowing everything, and
Like, we could spoil a Marvel movie, Uphill, Down, Dale, but you'd still go in and get the same effect because for your run-of-the-mill Marvel movie,
yeah,
it hits all the notes that you've seen before. Mm-hmm. This, because of the world, it submerges you and you just, not unprepared, but you just view things differently, I suppose.
yeah. It's fun. It's a really fun film. I probably, if I get a chance, I might see it again. But there's a few other films coming out, and I'm broke, so I'll try to see it again. But no, I like the motorball.
Oh,
game.
the fun game.
Yeah.
I want to play.
I would
that.
love to play it. I hope they do like an amusement ride. Like,
And there's also
like Quidditch or
a
something.
big. It's funny. It's a big change between the amateur and pro leagues.
Oh my god,
And that-
100%. Yeah.
And that you've got like just human kids pushing each other around, and in pro leagues you got robots slicing each other up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mommy, I want to go pro.
Real quick, they have announced a sequel. The critical reception's like, again, Rotten Tomatoes
Big.
is
It's weird.
It's a shit show.
Yeah,
at the
it
moment.
is.
It's an absolute shit show, and I tell people so much. Word to mouth works.
Yeah.
It gets people in seats. Don't use Rotten Tomatoes as your initial go no go.
Yeah.
I think for those of you who it's so weird. People think they need to look it up and be like, "Is this good?" before I see it. Make your own decision. Do it. Go to the film. Go to just
Just aside.
if you're an action lover, go watch Alita. If you're a
Sci-fi lover.
if you're a sci-fi lover, go watch Alita. But if you
like The Notebook, maybe don't.
yeah, exactly. If you want to watch a drama, some of those Oscar films are still floating around in theaters. Go watch The Favorite.
Question.
Or something.
Sorry, back to Alita. Question. Is the ending a cliffhanger, or is it a self-contained ending? Because I think it's both. Like, it can work as a cliffhanger, but if this was the only movie,
Would you
then
be satisfied?
I'd be alright. I would be satisfied. Because it actually feels, and The Hobbit did not do this, it felt like just a chapter in a story. Like, I felt like everything was wrapped up.
There was an element of everything on the ground level would be alright.
Yeah.
So I think I'm leaning towards what you're saying. Like, I could be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because like the ground level could, but also it's hard to say this without spoiling it, but the villain of the film wasn't necessarily the villain.
Yeah.
Because he was being
controlled
by another villain who we don't really get.
Villain, yeah.
So like I could see that, but I think I wouldn't disagree with somebody if they said, "No, this is not."
Yeah,
I want
to go either way.
Yeah, I could see it either way, but I could see. Yeah, I can definitely feel satisfied. I think.
Yeah, if this was just it.
But I would like to see a sequel because I enjoyed the world.
Yes,
100%. But it's doing well. I don't know how it's doing. I think in the US it's not doing well financially, but I think it's got quite a good amount. It's 170 budget, which is probably $200 million budget once you add the marketing. And at the moment, it's got 351.2 million at the box office. Which is, I think it should have. I thought it would do a bit better.
I thought it'd be on 500.
Yeah, I thought it'd be doing pretty well, but it may be a slow.
Yeah.
Has it opened in China yet? That's really the market.
That's the market you want.
Yeah, that's the market you really want.
Ghost in the Shell did well in China, didn't it?
Yeah, but Transformers does well in China, and that's why Transformers
kept on going.
3 and 4 got $1 billion. But then finally, nobody in the US saw last night, and everybody in China saw it, so I got 500.
Yeah.
But then no one saw Bumblebee, so I guess that's the difference.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you win an award,
yes,
and I don't win many.
Yeah.
I won once, one for editing.
Yeah.
At the embassy.
Wow.
I was very happy.
I won a certificate for educational reasons once.
The Oscars. The Oscars was on while we weren't doing the podcast. There's a funny anecdote that Chris Rock once said, where he said, "I've never met a straight person not in show business who watches the Oscars. I've met straight people who are in show business who watches the Oscars, and I've met gay people who are in show business who watches the Oscars, but I've never met a straight man who's not in show business who watches the Oscars."
Yeah. You never met
Gahan,
before.
have you watched the Oscars?
No.
I watched it for the first time in a very long time. They had it on TVNZ on demand, so you could actually watch it free to air in this country.
Yeah.
So this year was full of controversies and random shit, which I think was to build up the Oscars. Because last year it was the lowest rated Academy Awards ceremony in like 32 years.
Oh, who was hosting?
Jimmy, not the
Fallon.
fake Jimmy.
Kimmel.
Oh, which is interesting because he's got a show that can complement.
Yeah.
But low ratings. This year, it was also the year following the bad incident.
Yeah.
So 2016, Jimmy Kimmel hosted, and they had the whole, "Your winner is La La Land."
Yeah.
"Oh, actually, it's Moonlight.
Yeah.
Can we swap the people on stage?"
Yeah.
"I'm sorry you thought you won."
Yeah.
Last year, I don't remember anything really happening.
Yeah.
This year, no host.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart initially, then a lot of that BS online where people are like, 25 years ago, he once said the N-word.
Yeah.
Which, drives me mad.
So there was no host.
There was no host, which, it worked.
Oh.
Tina Fey, I don't want to say the wrong female comedian. Because
Amy Poehler.
Yes, and another one from Bridesmaids, who I can never remember the name of. But
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale?
Kristen
Wiig?
Kristen Wiig, yeah.
No.
Rebel Wilson?
No. It's the. This isn't.
The one that's in Grown Ups.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't remember.
Maya Rudolph.
I don't even.
Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
So Maya Rudolph, Tina Fey, and Amy Poehler. were giving out the first award, which is the best supporting actress, but they probably talked for about 2 minutes, which was kind of like the opening monologue. But it wasn't much. It was just them from going, "There's no host this year, but we'll fill in the blank real quick," and they all made like a joke each.
Yeah.
And then they gave the award, and then for the rest of the show, they had a female announcer announce, "Up next, you're now presenting the award for documentary feature, Helen Mirren and Jason Momoa."
Oh.
And then that was actually it. It was really good.
Oh, it's good because they're on Graham Norton together.
Yeah. But then literally for the rest of the show, it was like, and now for best production design, Chris Evans and Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
And like that was the rest of the show. And then they all did a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Usually it was like they would do one line.
I feel like a lot of people prefer that because you don't have to sit in there and pretend to laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of those classic opening monologues. Whoopi Goldberg has a classic one. Billy Crystal did it for so many years. A lot of his were great. Chris Rock did the year where there was no black nominees, which was like an interesting. You get a funny African American comedian with no black nominees. Yeah. Of course, he's going to roast. I like his one. He's got a good one.
And then there's other ones where you get like bits and pieces where they're all right.
Alan's one. I don't think either of Alan's ones were that funny. To be honest, nothing against Alan.
Personal taste. It's just human.
Yeah, I didn't find it that funny. But Academy Awards. It was a very interesting year.
Yeah.
I have ups and downs.
Black Panther won.
Black Panther won 3 awards. None of them major. But still made sense for Black Panther. So, I'm quickly go through.
So it didn't win Best Picture?
No, it did not win Best Picture. I'm gonna go through. Why? Thank God.
Because
it wasn't great.
Let's go through. It wasn't Best Picture territory.
Okay, so we'll go with some of the least major awards first, just because we get them over with. Best film editing went to Bohemian Rhapsody. Mm-hmm. Best visual effects went to First Man.
Yep.
Best costume design went to Black Panther, which makes a lot of sense because that world looks phenomenal. If in 5 years there's no amusement park, I'll be very concerned because it's an amazing looking world.
Capitalized, man.
Yeah. Best makeup and hairstyling went to Vice, which was the Christian Bale Vice President film. Cinematography went to Roma. Mm-hmm. Production design went to Black Panther.
Yep.
Sound mixing went to Bohemian Rhapsody. Yep. Sound editing went to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Those awards are always interesting.
Yeah.
Because sound editing is meant to be a film where you record new sounds, edit them together to make a new sound. Yeah. So like how they make the beeps and boops for Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
like,
sound recording.
That's sound. That's like sound. I can't remember. Yeah, that's sound editing. Sound mixing is like, or it's the other way around. Sound mixing is like just putting things together. Yeah. Whatever it is. Bohemian Rhapsody won both. But if you think about it, it's just music recorded in the 70s. Yeah. Like there was no like. Boom, 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 down, 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 and they moved it together to make the Queen. So I'm like, The other nominees were like Black Panther, First Man, Quiet Place, Roma, and the other one had Black Panther, First Man, Roma, A Star Is Born. So like, I'm like, none of those films really had like major. You could have put
Quiet Place.
Best original song went to Shallow for Lady Gaga,
yeah, of course.
which now she's got, I think, the American Music Award, the Grammy, the Oscar. And another one for that. Oh, wow. So she's got like all of the awards for that song. Also means Bradley Cooper has a Grammy now, which I love that idea. But also means Lady Gaga got her Oscar because she did not win Best Actress.
Do you think she deserved to win Best Actress? Because I think she got shone in that movie.
I think she's great in the movie, but Glenn Close was nominated that year, and she's been nominated about 6 times, and she hasn't won. Yeah. I thought she should have won it. I thought it should have been her. The Wife, I didn't see The Wife. My dad did, but apparently it's really great, and I've been meaning to watch it. But it's not. It may be her best role, but I think this was the year for it to be like, we've snubbed you in the past.
We'll pull a Leo on you.
Yeah, here's your finally. Yeah. I thought that's what was going to happen, but
you might not get back up here again.
Exactly, that's what I thought was going to happen, but it didn't. We'll talk about it in a minute. Original score went to Black Panther, which I think is possibly the best one it got because.
Who gonna pray for me?
Ludwig Göransson is a Swedish composer.
Yeah.
He composed Fruitvale Station, Creed, like a lot of Ryan Coogler stuff, but he also does music for Childish Gambino, for Donald Glover.
Oh, okay.
And what he did, what I think worked with the score, was he was able to merge Kendrick's album for Black Panther and the score for the film and like weave it. Yeah. So if you watch scenes, you won't feel the transition between the Weeknd's track, and then into the score, and it's really good. The way he, you get a producer who makes both R&B, hip hop, rap music, and does film score. Yeah, that's a really good person to choose to do a film like that. Yeah. So I think that's a great one. Animated short film went to Bauer, which was the one in front of Incredibles about dumplings. Live action short went to a film called Skin. Best documentary went to Period End of Sentence. Sorry, best documentary short went to that. Best documentary went to Free Solo, which was about a guy who rock climbs without help.
Oh, okay.
Best foreign language film went to Roma.
Yep.
Best animated feature went to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Did you watch that in the end?
No.
Really good. You need to watch that. We're not continuing this podcast ever if you don't watch it.
Bye.
Best adapted screenplay went to Black Klansman.
Yep.
Finally, Spike Lee actually won an award. Spike Lee's been snubbed for many years, so that was his. Original screenplay went to Green Book. Best supporting actress. Are we in the supporting? Yeah. Okay. So now we're in the top ones. So supporting actress went to Regina King.
Okay.
In the film If Beale Street Could Talk, which is not out here until later in the month, which I will go and see. Don't have much to say about that one. Emma Stone, Rachel Weisz, Amy Adams, Marina Del Trevia from Roma.
Yep.
Couldn't go to any of them.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I've not seen it, so I can't really say much.
You probably
Best supporting actor went to Mahershala Ali for Green Book.
Yep.
Adam Driver, Sam Elliott, Richard E. Grant, Sam Rockwell were also nominated. Sam's already got one. He won one last year. Richard E. Grant could have been a good one. I've heard that's great. Sam Elliott, really good in A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Adam Driver was great in Black Klansman. Couldn't go to either. Mahershala Ali won the same award for Moonlight
Yeah.
about 2 years ago. I could tell he wasn't as invested in winning this one as he was for Moonlight.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, he's a two-timer now.
yeah, so
like, you've already won one.
yeah. He's a great actor. I've not seen Green Book. Dad did. He told me it was good. I've been meaning to watch Green Book. But we'll talk about Green Book one more time in a second. Best actress went to Olivia Colman for The Favourite, which was a complete, like, what?
Yeah.
People? Because their options pretty much were Lady Gaga, Glenn Close, or Olivia Colman. No, Glenn Close or Yataiza Aprinko from Roma.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I completely butchered your name, but those were the three. Definitely.
We all know you're listening.
Yeah, absolutely. But Lady Gaga and Glenn Close were definitely the ones.
Yeah.
But Olivia Colman, I think you should watch her speech. Go find it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because she does, like, you can see she's like, what?
What?
Like, you could tell people were like, you're not going to win this. Just go for the thing.
Yeah. You're a nominee. You have to go.
But also, Olivia Colman's one of those actresses who's just popped out for America out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She was on Broadchurch. She's been in she was in Hot Fuzz. She was one of the police officers. Yeah, she was like the female police officer in Hot Fuzz.
I've got to watch it again.
Yeah, but she's been in random British stuff and did this, and yeah, her speech is really funny. Best actor went to Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, which is
Who did he beat out?
Christian Bale for Vice, Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, William Dafoe for Eternity's Gate, Viggo Mortensen for Green Book.
Ooh.
So that's the same sort of response because
That's a bit controversial.
a little bit. I don't think.
Did he win the role because... Yeah.
I did the money sign at Kahan. It's a really messed up process to getting your award.
Yeah.
What happens is the people who vote, if you are pitching to the people to vote for who you vote for, if you bring the actor with you to meet these people, you win. Which is what happened here. And in theory, in rumors and whatever, nobody went out and went, yeah, that's how we got the win.
Yeah.
You know, in theory.
But did he go meet a bunch?
Rami Malek met a bunch of the people who voted. And it's not malicious. It's just like...
No, you meet them.
Yeah, it's like that. So,
but they're no longer impartial.
There's a face to the role. There's a person to the role.
There's a person to the face.
Exactly. Like, it's much more different. Christian Bale... I think Christian Bale's got one already. Bradley Cooper, I think, got snubbed all night. I think his
Viggo's been nominated like 3 times now.
I think his acting or his directing or just the writing or whatever, but Bradley, that for him is amazing.
Yeah.
William Dafoe, I think, has one, but also I didn't see Eternity's Gate. He plays Vincent Van Gogh.
Right.
Apparently, it's a really beautiful film because he went to
the painting one.
Yeah, he went to a lot of the places where Vincent was and lived, and the family now lives, and he was welcomed. And apparently, it's a beautiful film. Yeah. Viggo, Green Book was. People have issues with Green Book. It also won Best Picture, by the way. Beating out Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favourite, Roma, Star Is Born, Vice. People have problems with that. The family have a little bit of problems with that, of the original people involved.
Yeah, it's like a whole white hero complex thing.
Yeah, a little bit of that, yeah. So, could have gone either way. And then Alfonso Cuarón won for Roma as best director, which
There's always going to be controversy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's
Yeah.
always going to be, when you're putting people on a pedestal, not pedestal, but like, you're going to have one winner.
Mm-hmm.
People are always going to find a way, if you don't like that person or the decision, to kind of undermine it. But that Rami
Malek.
thing,
He's without it, he's a
It is
brilliant
a
actor.
great role.
If you
He,
watch
like-
Mr. Robot, it's really, really great. He plays Freddy very well.
yeah, but it's just the question,
My-
is it, like, I'd feel, like, if I was him, I'd feel cheapened.
yeah,
Like, I'd feel, is it a genuine win for me?
yeah, absolutely. What I found interesting about it was the clip they played. They play a little clip from the film before they do nominees, and they play a clip. The clip they played for Rami is a clip where it's dubbed from Freddy.
Oh.
Which I thought was just quite funny. Like, it wasn't actually him talking in the clip. It's a recording of Freddie doing Bohemian Rhapsody, the Mama. Ooh.
Yeah.
And the it's a very good acting in the scene. Like, when you watch the film, you forget at times who's who, except for the last bit of the film. He's practicing on the piano. He's like, Ma, and he does like this bit, and the acting is good.
Yeah.
You still have to act that scene. On
Yeah.
set, he would have still been singing, even if it wasn't well.
Yeah.
He would have still been doing, but it's just kind of funny to be like, that's not his voice. And that was the clip they played. Look, the thing
Congratulations to all the winners.
Congratulations, of course. My thing with everybody is, I don't know, have they talked about, there's no... Okay, so here we go. I talked about 2018 was the lowest rated... Oh, sorry. The Academy Awards from last year was the lowest rated Academy Award to date, ever. And this is the 91st.
Yeah.
The American telecast drew 29.6 million US viewers, a 12% increase in viewership from the 2018.
Okay.
So it obviously went up.
Yeah.
There's no current thing on the reception of the awards. There's no major, like, this was an effing outrage.
Oh, yeah.
No major that. The other funny bit, Wreck-It Ralph was nominated for Best Animated Feature. Disney sent out press home release junkets and like packaging with Best Oscar win, Best Animated Feature, Wreck-It Ralph. And it didn't win. But they sent it to Target and Walmart. And some of them put them up.
Yeah.
Some of them put them up. One of the places put it over the Spider-Man one. So they like put the Wreck-It Ralph.
One.
Like they put like... Which I thought was quite funny that Disney were like, yeah, we got this. And which I didn't think... Usually Disney or Pixar win.
Yeah.
They've been winning that category for years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
The Academy Awards, take it or leave it. Everybody, watch every film nominated.
Yeah.
Except for the year that Boss Baby was nominated. Watch every film nominated. If you like films, you're going to get something out of all of them.
Yeah.
And the films, there's a whole bunch of lists out there where it's like the films nominated or weren't nominated that are memorable today.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Pulp Fiction won Best Film.
No.
Like, there are...
But there's an after the fact.
There's
thing.
always going to be these films that weren't nominated or didn't win. The longevity is still... It will outweigh whatever award you win.
Yeah.
You know, in 5 years' time, will people still be watching Green Book, or will they be watching
Bohemian
A Star
Rhapsody.
Is Born, or Bohemian Rhapsody, or Black
Exactly.
Panther, or Black Klansman?
Yeah.
What will you be watching in 5 years' time?
Yeah.
You know, that's all I got to say about the
Okay.
Oscars. It was fine.
Yeah.
There's some good performances, and Keegan-Michael Key did a bit where
Yeah.
he like propelled from the ceiling as Mary Poppins
Ah.
and gave out an award. And I was like, why didn't he vote? Why didn't he host? Keegan-Michael Key's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Okay. Game. Would you like to play a game?
That's scary when other people do it. I do it to people, but that's scary. You have a game in mind
Yes.
to end the podcast.
To end the podcast. Yes. You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
50 Shades of Kevin Bacon.
50 Shades of.
Don't get anything other than the actual answer.
No. Okay. So some of you might be familiar with this. I severely doubt it. But essentially, what we're doing is I'm going to say one actor. Paris can say another, or we could both say two. Doesn't matter. And we're going to try and connect the two actors essentially.
Via
so, for
projects.
example, if via projects. So if we go, let's go. Ewan McGregor and Daniel Radcliffe. Really easy. Ewan McGregor was in Star Wars, but he was imbued in the Beast with Emma Watson. Emma Watson was in Harry Potter with
Daniel Radcliffe.
Easy. That's pretty much the aim of the game. Okay. Because actors and universe is so interconnected, I think we should go actor in an individual film. That's your starting point.
Yeah.
Get to another actor.
And then do.
Yeah. So like, say Daniel Radcliffe in Half-Blood Prince to, I don't know, Rami. I go
Rami Malek.
I go Rami because Rami Karamaloo is one of my favorite operatic musical theatre singers.
Yeah.
But so like specific role, then open-ended actor or actor in a role to actor in a role.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, you got an actor in mind?
No. I'm lucky because directly behind you is my extensive 1,000-something DVDs, so I can look at them and decide. Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
In Zombieland.
Okay. And Johnny Depp in Edward Scissorhands.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
how are we going to do this?
It's because I think it's easier to start. I'm trying to think. Okay, Emma Stone's in that.
How about we reverse engineer it? So we go with Edward Scissorhands because we know less about those actors.
In Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, so go Edward Scissorhands to Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Does it have to be Zombieland?
Yes.
Okay.
Movie to movie. Okay, so
who else? Can I Google who was in Edward Scissorhands?
Okay, only for the starting point of the movie though.
Okay, we can't. We're not going to Google for the rest of it.
No, we're not going to Google every single movie. Okay, no, we'll go Dark Knight. We'll jump to Dark Knight.
Okay, Anthony Michael Hall in the Dark Knight.
Yeah, who are we going to again?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Okay.
Okay, so who? I'm going to cut this up.
Okay.
To make it quicker.
We'll go. We will naturally go to our dear old friend the Joker.
Yes, Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger was in the Fantastic Parnassus thing.
Yep, the Imaginarium of Fantastic Parnassus.
Yep, Johnny Depp was also in there.
We're
back to him.
We're at the wrong way.
Jude Law is in that movie.
Jude Law is in that movie.
Okay, Jude Law is in Captain Marvel with Brie Larson.
Oh, there's a connection between Brie and Woody.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, Brie Larson was...
Maybe not. Brie Larson was in Kong, Skull Island. With
Samuel L. Jackson.
Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, we might have
Sam
John Goodman and Woody Harrelson. Did they ever do movies together?
John Goodman. I bet they have. I don't know. Oh,
okay,
I got it. I figured it out. Sam Jackson. So Kong, Skull Island, Sam Jackson's in Iron Man 2. Sam Rockwell in Iron Man 2 is in Three Billboards with Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's Zombieland.
Okay, I have another one.
I got it.
Not quite. I'm not quite where we are right at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Got Samuel L. Jackson in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, Samuel L. Jackson is in The Other Men with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, the other guys.
Yeah. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in Jumanji with... I'm just digging myself a hole. I'm like, I'm jumping till I get to the person where I want to be, but I'm not thinking forwards. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in Jumanji with Jack Black. Jack Black is in... What's it? House with the Clock on Its Walls with Helen Mirren.
Yep.
Isn't Helen Mirren?
No, Kate.
Is it Kate Blanchett? Okay, Kate Blanchett. I'm gonna get there. Kate Blanchett is in... We'll go Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
With Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom's with Piers Gabby and with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, Edward Scissorhands.
No, I'm trying to get to Andrew Garfield.
To get to Emma Stone, to get to...
Or Jamie Foxx.
To get to...
What's Jamie Foxx been in?
Annie.
Who was in Annie?
Rose Byrne. Cameron Diaz. Maybe. Wait, where are we up to? Jumanji. No, what are we up to?
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando
Bloom was in...
we were into Orlando Bloom was in Troy with Colin...
With Rose Byrne.
Oh, that's right. She wasn't that. Yeah. Rose Byrne's
in
Annie.
Jamie Foxx
is in
Amazing Spider-Man.
Rise of Electra.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Emma Stone's in Zombieland.
Hey!
Hey! That's a very hard game.
It's a hard game.
We might do another one off camera.
Off camera, yeah.
Off mic.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Sir Brady podcast. I hope that bit at the end is edited and it's not just a lot of mumbles and stuttering, because that's horrible. Try the game at home. Have fun. Do it. Damn, we really pushed a lot of time. As always, my channel's a bit dead at the moment. There's projects. This year's more focused on doing bigger projects, more fun projects, not just the basic stuff. Five things you missed.
He's a DCEU 1 year ago. A lot of stuff in the pipe. We just got to get there.
Absolutely. 5 things you missed will be moving to one every 2 months, with both stories from the 2 months that have been.
Yep.
There will be a February 5 things you missed, but then there'll be one in April with March and April's, and then one in June.
June, July.
Yeah,
May.
Yeah, one in June with May and June, one in August with July, August. So it'll be like
October,
that for the rest
September,
of the year.
October, December.
Just
November,
because it's easy on me. There is a video for the two of us, Two Truths and a Lie, which I'm currently editing.
Yep.
But otherwise, go check out Sir Brady on Facebook and Instagram, and on YouTube, go check out the Sir Brady podcast on my Sir Brady Instagram, and then on YouTube. Kahan, as always.
But nice, eh?
It's nice. It's always good to do these.
Yeah.
I love the games that you bring up. But thank you always so much for listening, watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and all that jazz. And we'll see you sooner than later.
Bye-bye.